This is Joanna and I'm back today with another video, and I'm using this stamp set from Paper Smooches, and I'm also using this die and it's from My Favorite Things, and I will also use this dotted die and it's also from Paper Smooches. And I'm starting out by creating my card base, and I'm scoring my card at 5.5, so I have a standard size card. And I have cut down a piece of paper, yes, slightly smaller than a standard size. And then I have my tissue ruler and a pen, and I'm just drawing a line 1 inch up. It's not very visible on the video, but I will use that to line up the die later. So here I'm using my Memento ink to stamp my love, because I'm going to do some Copic coloring later on, and this is a really good ink when you're doing Copic coloring. So I'm just lining my stamp and I'm pressing it down really good to get a clean impression. And now it's time to die cut this, and I'm using one of the circles from My Favorite Things, and I'm lining it up, framing the word, and I'm using some post-it tape to keep that in place while I'll run it through my die cut machine. And here it is. And all of the circles are cut, but some of them just stayed inside of the hole, so I just used my poker tool to poke them out. And here is why I drew that line, because I'm going to use this straight dotted line, and I'm lining the die up just where I put my my pencil line earlier, because I'm going to do this on both sides, so I want it to be a line straight across. And then I'm doing the same on the other side. I'm lining the die up against the pencil mark that I made. And I'm just holding it in place with my post-it tape. And then I just run it through my die cut machine again. And I think that looks so cute. And then I'm just doing some really easy Copic coloring. I want to make this a rainbow colored card. So I'm just picking up some colors that I think will match, and I'm just scribbling them on there. So it's nothing fancy at all, and you don't have to use Copics to do this. You can use any kind of marker, of course. So I'm trying to blend the colors together a little bit. And then I use my eraser to erase the pencil line. And I didn't get a really good impression with the stamp. I haven't used this before. And when you have new stamps, it's wise to stamp it up a couple of times first. I didn't do that this time, so I didn't get a really good impression, but it doesn't really matter. I just used my Copic multiliner to draw in the lines. And since my coloring is done, you don't have to use a Copic multiliner either. This is a really good pen because it doesn't smear when you are working with Copics. But since the coloring is already done, you can use any black marker, of course. And here I'm trying it on onto the card base that I did earlier, and I'm deciding it's too white, so I will go for a black card base instead. So I'm pulling out my Martha Stewart mini scoring board again. And I'm making this the same size, so I'm scoring it at 5.5. And I think this looks much better. So before I adhere this together, I'm using my corner jumper to round the upper left corner. And then I will use my foam tape to create some interest and some dimension to the card. And this is a really good foam tape. I think you can still send it through the mail because it's not so very bulky, and the packing is so easy to take off the backing. So yeah, I just love this foam tape really. And if you are interested in any of the supplies that I used in this video, I will list them in the YouTube description down below. But these enamel dots I bought them in a Swedish craft store, and I couldn't find them when I was linking the other products on Amazon. But I do believe that my mind's eye have something similar. But I really love this one. They are so silvery and sparkly, and I think they look great. So I'm just putting them on there, and when I'm happy with the placement, I just press them down in place. And then I use my Wink of Stella glitter marker to paint in the word. And this is such a beautiful shimmer. I just love this. I think I'm addicted to my Wink of Stella. I use it all the time. And then I will use some glossy accents as well, because I think Wink of Stella and glossy accent is a match made in heaven. The glossy accent really enhance the glitter, and they go so beautifully together. And if you have any air bubbles in your glossy accent, just use a poker tool or a needle and pop the bubbles, and it will dry really smooth. And when the glossy accent when I just apply it, it's a little bit foggy, but it will dry completely clear. And this was the card from me today, so I hope that you liked it, and I hope that you got inspired, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.